Da-da-da-da-da. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, folks, wherever you may be. Adam Gilson here with Modern Foos, coming to you live from the 2024 National Foosball Championships. We have semifinals action for you in open singles. On the left-hand side, that is Terry Rue. On the right, that's Brandon Muñoz. Winner of this goes on to play the winner of Kevin Romero and Tommy Yor. We'll be seeing that match after this one. And then whoever wins those two matches square off, and that is the winner of it all in open singles. This is 3 out of 5. Overtime in the 5th. Got Danilo Fattel on stats. Clay Toomey on pretty much everything else. 2-0 to this early goings. Clay, yesterday we saw Terry Rue play what I think was one of the most technically sound matches I've ever seen against Ryan Moore. And to get to this match, and it wasn't just so much technically sound as what he was doing on the table, it was what he was doing mentally against a beast like Ryan Moore.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go back and watch it again, but I will be watching that multiple times in the very near future. It was a clinic. I think my favorite part of the whole thing, as far as Terry's performance is concerned, was just that he just kept it business the whole time. He was here to play foosball, and that's what he did. We actually talked to him on the way out last night, which we can talk about a little bit later. But he's here to win, and he's always here to win. That's not anything new, but it's particularly interesting to see it play out quite like that on the table.
It is, because we know what Ryan does. He knows he plays the villain. He said that he likes that role, or he's accepted it at least. And but to that point, he does draw or try to draw the players, the crowd, into it to his advantage. Rue was not having any of it.
And Ryan likes to play the villain. He wants to play the villain, but Ryan's a big old sweetheart. So it's funny to see. He's really just down there having fun. And I think the same thing that he might be calling villain, I call it just loosey-goosey and, pulling you into that funsy stuff, which is where he excels way more than anybody else. And it works. Works a lot of times.
Yeah. But now this is different, though, Brandon Muñoz. What are we looking at here, Clay?
Well, it's a 1 o'clock match. We can go ahead and let that run. We should have ran it before the thing. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, which is early if you're a player. These early day matches like this, and actually, I'm gonna go ahead and click that. One of these players just woke up.
Who? If there was some clue.
And it is difficult to just show up and play foosball. 1 o'clock in the afternoon is not early in most aspects of life. At a foosball tournament, it's, oh my God, I'm not ready for this. Right?
No.
Terry was down here a while ago, warming up on table 2, and then warming up on table 1. So he by the time I went down there and said good morning, shook his hand, he already broke a sweat. I mean, he's warmed up and ready to roll. And I think that plays into these early morning matches like this. And yes, 1 o'clock in the afternoon is an early morning match. I realize that's not factually true, but that's foosballily true.
Physically, foosballily.
Yeah, foosballily.
Sure.
And so the thing about Brandon is he's so talented. I think he can literally just roll out of bed and play master level foosball. And it's 4-1 here in the first game. So maybe it didn't matter that he showed up without his hair being pretty.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. That was my context clue. 4-1, 2-1. Golly gosh, Rue. He's going to have to get it done on every rod for this match, though, against somebody like Muñoz. Success everywhere against these top-tier players.
And a question in the chat asking if these two play each other a lot, or are they in different parts of Louisiana? They play each other frequently. They play with each other. They were in the finals, open doubles. I don't know if you said this because I put my headset on late, but these two guys here played with each other in the open doubles final in Las Vegas this year.
Yeah.
So they are very familiar with each other's game.
They are. It is game point, and puts that away. It is 1-0.
Patreon.com/modernfoos. If you're looking to put your money to work in foosball, consider becoming a member of the Modern Foos Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you can be a part of the reason that we are able to cover even more tournaments in the very near future. Now, to be clear, Modern Foos will always be free to anyone who can connect with us via Twitch and or YouTube. No fees, no guilt trip, just high-quality foosball coverage to anyone who wants to watch. Now, if you don't have anything to spare, or even if you do and you just don't want to, it's all good, and we're glad you're here as well, and we hope you stick around. But for others who want to put their money where our mouth is, patreon.com is one way to make that happen. Benefits will include early access to YouTube uploads, exclusive content, and more things that are on the way. For more information, go to patreon.com/modernfoos. patreon.com/Modern Foos.
So that went in Muñoz's favor pretty convincingly. Rue got in there near the end.
Oh, Brennan's gone.
Yep. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Get some coffee?
Yeah. I didn't even notice he ran off.
Rue is just statuesque, focused.
There you see him.
Game 2 underway. Muñoz took that first one.
Here are your top 8 seeds in women open doubles. The number 8 seed, Christian Coffee, Jessica Rayford. The number 7 seed, Laura Perez, Sherry Davis.
So I think it's a bit uncharacteristic to see Brandon Muñoz score all 5 from his 3-bar in a game. And it's not because he doesn't have a good 3-bar. Clearly he does. He's shooting 6 for 9 here, 67%. Or 63, 66 and a third percent if you want to get really silly about it. So his 3-bar is great, but the way that he plays foosball, he scores from every rod. So to see him passing 60%, shooting 67%, and he hasn't even had a 2-bar possession yet.
Speak of the devil, and he puts that away.
Yeah,
Inside bank.
I'm taking credit for that. I
Okay.
set that up. I made that happen.
Good on you. I made that up. Did you materialize that? You manifested that.
I did.
Rue needs the answer, down by 2-0. Finds that middle hole. You're gonna have to be surgical with that. And if anybody here is nearly qualified or qualified, Rue's your man.
Oh, look at you. It took me a second. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
But shooting in the 25% range in this match so far is Rue. That's not going to get it done.
It's good. It's in. It counts. Because it was a distraction for me hitting your rod, so it counts. Sorry.
So interesting there. Terry got a hold of one of Brandon's rods, and I think was in the process of calling himself for a distraction or saying sorry. They're doing what you do when you're a good sport. But simultaneously, Brandon just went straight into his shot. So I think there was a look there, wondering if that was a good shot. And both of them are buddies, good sports, all that good stuff. And that's why you heard Terry say that was good. Good shot.
Yeah. Pulls within one. Rue. You see him putting together a bit of a game plan, a sequence, as Tommy Orr was saying yesterday. Was getting blocked, getting raced by Muñoz.
The ball's flying everywhere. Nice pass to the 3-bar.
Beautiful. He went middle and scored. He went long and scored. The next option, going to continue the inside game. Big lift straight. Waiting for it, but he gets it.
Fist pump there.
Beautiful. Beautiful option, beautiful 3-3. I love a good pull shot, not just technically, but when somebody's in their mind doing it. Picking their shots like Rue showing us here. Sneaking back up now in the 40% range for shooting.
I think that hole's there. He's looking from the push side to split the goalie man there in the back. I think if he just gets just a little bit under the second guy on that 5-bar, I think that shot from the back is there for Terry.
4-3. recoil. Putting together a comeback here. Down, what, 2-0?
Believe so.
Tied up. Calls a timeout, takes a sip.
Yep.
Muñoz now not moving. Just stare at that clock all day. Great save by Rue. Tried to do a fast pass. Stolen away by Muñoz. Looking to go up 2-0. Looking for that hole again, Clay.
I think so. And you see, it's this is a different defense. Brandon changed his 2 goalie rods in the back.
Pull shot position.
I think it's even more open now because he moved his goalie rod to the other side of the table, and nothing is blocking that near side when Terry's shooting the push shot from the back.
Game ball, Rue. It's game ball for Muñoz, too.
He has another one if he wants to burn it.
It's good to be here with you, Clay, Dan. Foosball weekend. Hanging, watching Foos. Eating shrimp po' boys.
Shrimp po' boys.
Mm-hmm. Hotel makes them.
Ready? I'm out.
4-4, game ball. Rue. Buries that, and it's 1 apiece. Game 3 getting underway. Muñoz came out on fire.
Ready.
The first game, won that. Rue responded in a tight one, 4-4. But Muñoz not slowing anything down here, thinking it over, as is his way.
I'm gonna save a little video clip of what just happened and send it to Tom Yor later. Tom, if you're watching, I'm curious if you saw that. I don't think this is illegal and
You can fix it if you need to.
sometimes words just aren't appropriate. You just have to make sounds, and that's just what the Lord put on my heart.
Yeah.
I love that. The front pin on the bar guy brings it over and goes into a pull kick. But that stank nasty, man. But what I was saying was the Brandon had the ball to start this game on his 5 bar. And with his right hand, he reached up and kind of scratched his face, and then went into a pass pretty soon after that. Might have been a full second, might have not been. But what I'm curious about is if it's not, is that a play in singles where you have to wait for a full second? I actually don't even know. And there's 0% chance that that's getting called here. I'm just a thing that I haven't seen before, and I wonder what the great Tom Yor would say about that. So you'll be hearing from me, Tom.
Meanwhile, Rue goes up 2-0 quickly. His defense is coming in. He dropped Muñoz's shooting percentage down to the 30% range. He's at 39 now. And Rue, who started off basically abysmally, is now shooting in the high 50s, 57%. I'll just show you those numbers.
Yeah, in the first game, Brandon was 5 for 8 shooting, and he's 2 for 10 since.
Passing, though, 70% for Muñoz.
Yeah, that's just bananas.
Bananas.
It's bananas.
Muñoz. Slowing it down, tapping it around, going pull side.
Dan, can we get the game 2 stats up there? Terry just hustling his brains out over there. Thank you.
3-1. 3-2. Timeout called by Rue.
I believe that's Dave there in the chat. Thanks for the comment there. The sudden play rule only applies to a set shot on the 3 rod. That's what I was thinking. In singles, of course. That's not really, the sudden play rule is not really what I'm looking at there. I'm looking at the distraction. Because if you're to take your, you don't have to have your hand on the rod and all that good stuff. Like, none of that's in question. But if you do action away from the table, that could be a distraction. I don't think it was a distraction, just to be clear. It's just an interesting thing that I've never seen, so I'm wondering. So I'll still be sending it to Tom. But, of course, yeah, the sudden play rule definitely applies only on in singles on the 3 rod, on a set shot on the 3 rod.
Yes, come on.
Muñoz starting to see those holes.
Steady having a problem with that 3-bar grip. Had to re-wrap it twice.
Yeah, that grip looks like it's been around. But maybe it's his lucky grip. Do you have a lucky grip, Clay?
I don't have a lucky anything.
Yeah, come on.
4-3. Muñoz and Fuego. Rue calls his last time out.
Yep. Smart play.
Yep. Got to do it. Got to douse a little bit of water on that fire or something. Don't let it smolder. Don't let it molder. Don't let it linger.
So where's everybody watching from? Do a little roll call. Where you at? What city you from? State you from? Where you watching? What kind of device? Are we Apple? Are we Android? Are we Nokia? Anybody from Alaska? I feel like just asking specifically, is anyone from Copenhagen?
Just popped in your mind?
Yeah, I love Copenhagen, man.
Game ball. I love Copenhagen too. I'd live there. Muñoz living with the ball. Passing 67%. Buries that. It is 2-1 in favor of Muñoz.
You got, I saw Buffalo up there, Pennsylvania, Czech Republic. I see Wisconsin there. I am not going to try to say that word because that is a lot of letters I can mess up and say a bad word. How would you pronounce that?
Fond.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fondula.
Fondula. Fondula. That's a Louisiana. What you want in there, Louisiana? That's a Louisiana city out of place. We got an iPhone on the couch in my living room. Shout out to you, Mike. Good to see you. San Diego, Santa Rosa. Any other Santas while I'm looking here? Santa Claus was in the chat last night in my hotel room waiting for my next match. All right. Hopefully you win that one. What's up, Don? Good to see you. Tacoma on an iPhone. London, Windows, Chrome. I'm glad I asked this. I was being silly, but we got all kinds. Look at the variety of viewership.
Yeah.
And it's a couple other Wisconsin, Miskashishkin is what that was going to be.
Miskashishkin.
See Oklahoma. PJ Smith. What's up, kids? What's happening, Grandpa? Is that Uncle Pawpaw? PJ Smith, 33. Germany. Costa Rica. Peru. Inverness, Florida. All right, back to the match here.
Game 4 underway. Rue has got to do what we saw him do against Ryan, but for a different reason. Muñoz isn't doing the stuff that Ryan does, but Muñoz is Muñozing. Does what he does, getting on fire, and Rue is just going to have to continue to do what he did that got him that second game. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. We've got to be perfect.
Golly.
But Muñoz does that, turns on the charm and the wood chipper. 2-0.
Just sprayed it a little long.
And you might think that was some mindless quick shot from Rue, but that was all part of what he's doing here. He's painting a picture. Attacked for one direction, and came back, slowed it down, and shot from the other, scored. Pulls within one.
Did you say One Direction?
Baby, you light up my...
I will sing One Direction. I got no shame. I will rip a One Direction song right here.
I love One Direction.
Good.
3-1. Truth to be told, I love Harry Styles, but that's beside the point. Down by 2 points is Rue.
That is a tricky. So this is the shot that you saw Stefan Bermetler shoot, if I'm saying his name right, against Tony to win the match in Dallas. Where it's a pull, and I would bet money that's where he saw it, so he just ripped it off. It's set up in the pull position on the 2-bar, and he does like a tap and then into a pull kick, and he didn't do the stop that Stefan did, but it is an awesome shot, and it is super sexy when it hits too.
So it's not a drag. He's not dragging it to just a tick.
So think Dave Gummison hesitation wall pass, where you just barely tap it and move it, and then the explosion happens. It is a fun shot to see.
Slowing it down, still passing in the mid-60s, high 60s, 67%. And he brought his shooting percentage up even higher now. This is winning Foosball, 48% shooting.
Yeah, and remember that second game, maybe the third game, is where Brandon hit a real lull on his 3-bar. So 48% is considering some of that, but in that first game and then here, definitely in the third and fourth games, he's shooting very well.
That is match point for Muñoz. Rue smartly takes a timeout.
Hey, Dan, this camera's good. This one needs to angle down a little bit more between. And I think our close-ups, yeah, both of our close-ups. That was my fault. I disconnected power. So, all right, we're back.
Match point for Muñoz. Gets it, sets it. He has 2 timeouts. Don't suppose he'll take it. Muñoz buries that, puts it away. And there you have it in 4 games. Terry Rue is defeated by Brandon Muñoz, who goes on to the finals.